You know that we know literally very, very little about the Rebbetzin, and it was by choice. She was by nature a person who did not want to be in the public eye. She shunned the limelight, and her wishes were respected. The Lubavitcher Rebbe, just the same type of personality, maybe even more so. To be in the public view, to be a spectacle, to be known to all, was something which he shunned and abhorred. Yet, upon the previous Rebbe's passing, the question of leadership came around. Everybody knew that the Rebbe was the one who was spiritually capable of taking on this awesome job. And he kept on refusing. He said, nothing doing. It's not for me. I'm not for it. We can't get together. And the one who had the greatest impact, we may say, upon the Rebbe's decision ultimately to become Rebbe was his wife, the Rebbetzin, who said to him, how dare you neglect the work that is so desperately needed, and that my father, the Rebbe's father-in-law, put in 30 years of self-sacrifice. How dare you let it go to waste? How can you possibly let it go to waste? The mantle of leadership must be assumed by you. Now, what does it mean to be a Rebbe? A Rebbe is on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No conventions. There are no Rebbe conventions where you get together with other Rebbes and you shoot the breeze. There are no tax write-offs. When you urge your husband to become a Rebbe, you are in a sense saying, I am ready to give totally of that which is nearest and dearest to me, my husband, for the good and the welfare of others. One more small incident, and then V'achayit in a Libe will try to take a lesson. It was about 25 years ago, I would say, approximately, where it was the custom that Crown Heights, not being the most genteel of neighborhoods in a corporeal sense, even though spiritually it's great, but in the material sense, it may leave something to be desired, especially on a night such as Halloween, where certain elements would go roving from street to street, from house to house, sometimes decorating the houses, knocking on doors, ringing doorbells. And so it was a custom about 25 years ago, and for all I know, the custom continues to this day, that several yeshiva students would stand before the Rebbe's door in order to see to it that any unwanted personality not disturb the Rebbe and the Rebbetzin. Quite understandable. It was a bitter night. It was bitterly cold. We were out for a while. Myself and a friend of mine who's now in Israel. And within a few short moments, we were having already the first signs of frostbite. The wind was biting. It was really cold. No question how cold was it. All right. And we're doing our thing, and we're glad to be able to do what we're doing. And all of a sudden, the door opens, and the Rebbetzin comes out, and she's observing us. And she sees that our teeth are chattering, and we're freezing away. And she says, Kinderlach genug, you can't shouldn't heimgehen. Children, it's all right, you can go home. Her house was being watched for a good reason. A woman who didn't mind seeing that the house was protected. And yet when somebody else's life was affected, she was ready to give a kin of herself, a small way even, for the comfort of somebody else.